Hi and welcome to Challenge the Road. We are out in the Taycan. I've had to spend longer than I thought using the public charging network. I want to go through that with you. So basically, I said that the charger stopped working at home and the electrician was going to come round and fix it. Now, it was something to do with a reset button. So he'd done that, but at the same time, I lost my internet and I need the internet to get the charger back working. So I've actually, until today, been using the public charging network. Now, it's actually been very good. I've found some nice places you've seen on the videos before to eat as well. But I went out, I got down to about 10 EV miles, electric miles left, and I was very, very worried. So I thought, right, I'm going to drive to Porsche Tunbridge, because we're doing some stuff with them with the HEVA event. They're joining us with lots of their cars. So I thought, well, I'll go there, see how that goes. And I went to the charger and I said, can I use the charger? They said, yes, just use your card, I thought they meant a credit card. So I put the charger on, but actually I had to go back in and I need a Porsche card, which they will post to me to use this super fast charger. But that is a good option for me because I like going around car showrooms, as you know. So I'm going to get that Porsche card. But the problem was, obviously, I only had 10 miles left and that was going down. So I thought, right, where's the nearest one? So I said to them, where's the nearest one? And they said McDonald's, which is a place I like to go quite frequently. I thought, okay, well, that's not really a problem. I like to eat. I will go there. So I went to McDonald's. And they've got a rapid fast charger. This is McDonald's Tunbridge, a rapid fast charger, which was really, really good. And I think I got about 150 miles. But the only problem with all this, it was very, very expensive. And before I done this video, I was trying to find how much I spent. And I think it was a lot. I know that one of the charges was about £60. So it was definitely more than using petrol, but obviously that wasn't my fault. It's just that the home charger wasn't working. If I was using the home charger, I would have been absolutely fine. But I am seeing that the charging network is much better now, hugely improved. And I know where I am in Tunbridge Wells, there's some super fast chargers, I think, going into Sainsbury's. I want to go and use them. I've still got the garden centre one. So at the moment, I'm okay. And I was worried about it because at one point I thought I'd done this as an experiment. I thought I'll get what I think is the best EV. I had the Q4 EV before. This Taycan I feel is the best of the best. This is the longer range battery. I think it's 92 kilowatt. I think runs at about 88. It's phenomenal to drive this car, and it drew me back because I thought if I do sell it, where do I go? And I've got a journey Sunday actually, and I'm thinking I just want to go in the Taycan because it's just so quiet, it's so easy to drive, the steering's fantastic, the handling's so good. And this pushed me on to another point. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I watch a lot of YouTubers, and I am starting to get worried about how they perceive EV and different things. EV has a role in what we do, and I'll give you a big example of that. We recently went go-karting, and it was electric go-karts, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I didn't have the smell of all the petrol. Everyone had a great time, and I think if that business had a solar roof, I think electric cars are fantastic. And it drew me back to, like, for me now, I'm in a town, I've got a good charging network around me, I've got my home charger. You can't really buy these cars thinking you're going to do long journeys. And, you know, you are seeing videos out there where people going, I tried to go from Dover to Devon or Dover to Scotland. But really, when you go on holiday and you want to go a long way, you don't go in a rowing boat, you normally go on a plane. And that's really the difference, is quite big, because you will have to stop a lot. The only thing is, the charging network will improve, the batteries will improve, and it's like anything. If you're the early adopter and you've got some of the first cars, And I'll give another analogy to that. I sell a huge amount of iPhones. That's my business. I sell iPhones to business users. It's quite simple. And whenever we're doing, say, a big deployment of iPhones, they will never take the first batch like a week after it comes out. It will have to go through IT. The phone will have bugs, it'll have software issues. And then what we do is we have to then roll it out maybe 5-6 months later to all the users. I feel a little bit like that with the cars, where they're going to put the cars out, then you're going to get all the niggles from the cars, and then you've got to try and iron out all the niggles. And that takes time. And if you're early into that, you're going to have all them adoption issues. So you have to wait a little bit. Like this Taycan now, it's a 2023 model. It's probably had a lot of the bits done. I think I had one recall, but all cars have a recall at some point for something. But it's just lovely to drive. It's fantastic to drive. I went out this morning and I went to the garden centre with my daughter, ended up having lunch. I might have had a burger, but anyway. I got 200 miles of range. I'll take a picture of it and bring up some things. Fine, no problem. I've got 184 here. I'm in normal mode. That's fine for me. So if your location's right, I don't understand how they can say, people say this is like a bad car. It's not, it's a fantastic car. I'm trying to think what beats this car. The only problem I have had is sometimes a little bit with the brakes. That'd be another video, but you can almost go up the back of someone. I don't know if it's a Taycan thing or an electric car thing. It has this sort of inertia push, but we'll go through that on another video. So otherwise, going back to YouTube's videos, obviously there's the Mark McCann one about Land Rover. People are messaging me about that and different things, and I want to talk about some of them videos and talk about what I think, maybe what we think as a channel. Because if you're here, you're either a real petrol head or you want sort of honest, real information. Only because this is, like, you know, my hobby. I know sometimes I do a lot of videos. I think I've done 6 in a week, which is probably a record for me considering all the stuff I run, but I enjoy doing them, and I just like to tell it as it is, and that's it. And if I upset people, fine, it's not a problem. But some of the stuff that's being said I don't think's quite right, so I want to just put that straight a little bit. I'm looking for roads at the moment because I've moved now, and thanks for all your messages on that. I've moved, so that's why it's been a bit slow on the videos. I haven't done one for a little while, but I've got a lot coming up this Easter. I'm planning a lot of videos. That new GR Yaris is out, you see that, 45,000, so up 10. I've got some videos on that. I want to do more on this Taycan because I'm really enjoying it as well. I want to do a video around the events. Now the Buell went really well, and I've got 2 more coming up, so another one in April and one in May. It's going to be a limited event this time, and I will put up a link and you can go to that. But that was really good. We had lots of different owners there. Nice to meet people. I've never been a great car event person, but I quite like the informal ones I've been to at the moment, where there's no sort of pressure and I'm meeting really nice people that I want to talk to, I want to be around. And that's what I want to build with this sort of cars and coffee and stuff. So we just go up round here. What I do, let's just turn the Sport Plus on, because this is where people are saying about this car maybe not being as great as, or it's just devastating as a car, as a vehicle, and it's fantastic to drive. I mean, we'll go down here. I actually quite like the noise. It's actually interesting. People could hear me on that noise from, they must be 80 meters away and they can hear. But the ride is fantastic, and our roads are so bad. It's just enjoyable, and it's a car that I will just go out for a drive. I know we've got the Astons and different things as well, but it's really, really a fantastic car. Now I'm running Sport Plus. I quite like Sport with the gravel mode. If I hit gravel, I know that's higher. I have it in the higher setting all the time. If you have the Sport Turismo, it doesn't have this. I'm pretty sure, but someone might correct me on that, but I'm sure you can't raise the height like this. I think it's a set height. And that's why I like the Cross Turismo. I like that bit of travel, bit like what we're trying to do with the CTR Vantages on this sort of rally or Dakar spec one. Have a bit more travel because there's so many potholes and stuff. This is where it's just, you're always accelerating and braking, but at least you're getting the regen. But down here, the driving position is fantastic. I actually been looking at Taycan prices as well, because I was actually thinking if I didn't have one, I'd probably look at buying one. I actually really like the blue, but I like a lot of the other colours they've got. This is a great spec. I saw one on there today in this colour. I think it was about 66. Obviously, yes, I know they've got more to drop, but every car has. But it is super duper to drive. Suspension feels very much like the Vantage, the Öhlins, with the anti-roll control. That's how it feels. It's quite solid. Let's just turn this all off. Now on here you go back to normal, and then a lot of the time, then that was a massive pothole, but it dealt with it. I can sort of hear it, but I'm not feeling it as much through the seat, which is really nice. And then I can just go to range. And at the moment that's given me another, well, it's 192 at the moment. The other thing I've been sort of looking at is how we do receipts as a business, because when I changed from the diesel van to this Taycan, obviously I haven't got any receipts, but I'm using my electric and I was using solar. So I was trying to think, how do I charge back the company? I haven't really looked into it that deeply, but then I thought, if I'm going to use all the electric ones, how do I get a receipt? And I tried to take a photo, I bring that up, and it was all, couldn't even read it, so I just paid for it myself. I'm not a great fan of all these different apps, if I'm honest. I was hoping I could get some kind of receipt, maybe, or even put in an email address or something, I don't know. But that might be something for consideration going forward. How do we, you know, if we're going to have an electric business car, how do we rebill it? How do we know we're doing a 30p charge or a 9p charge, or is it coming off solar and you're making? I don't know. I need to have a think. This is where it's devastating, like uphills, drives like this. It's fantastic. So yeah, that's another thing on these cars. How do we do the recharging? Is it better for business people to go to a charger to get a proper receipt than charge at home, which takes away the benefit of the home charging bit? I don't know, but I say you might know a bit more than me on that. I'm going to try and work it out. I haven't had a chance to sit with my accountant and really ask him. So yeah, some nice roads around here. So there'll be some interesting videos coming up. I'd like to get my hands on a new GR Yaris when it comes out. I actually enjoyed the other one. I've done the video of the Mitsubishi v the GR Yaris, had a huge amount of views, and the Mitsubishi was the rawer car on the day, which it was. But hopefully these things they've done with this Yaris will really help the car now, and put us at a similar level to the Evo for rawness. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, hope you enjoy these videos. I can do a lot more this weekend now. I've got the move out the way. I feel very happy. I moved yesterday, feeling fantastic, so we can get out on the road. I think we'll take the Vantage out as well, give that a good run. That is running absolutely awesome at the moment. The suspension is so good, can't tell you how good it is. I'm thinking of probably getting a 992 GT3 back just to test it again against the Öhlins. We've got the track days coming up as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy these videos. There's going to be a lot more coming soon, and I'll see you again soon.